So, oopsie, and my hair looks awful today. Just can't get it right, but that's what the price you pay when your whole head of hair is slowly falling out. So, now, good morning, and welcome to another episode of Dad's Driving. So, I realized sadly that the first pilot episode that you can still find here on Twitch for a little bit had loads of errors because of the reception, and so I couldn't even edit it properly to fix it. So I kind of need to stop the stream once I hit a certain area so that I can actually use it also on YouTube and all that stuff. But so hey, you got an exclusive here on Twitch. Happy bank holiday, if there is a bank holiday or a holiday where you are. There is here, so most shops are closed or will open on a later time, for like the Sunday basically time frame that they open up. So, and on the telly is only reruns and uninteresting things at the moment. So I think last time I was talking a little bit about the GameStop closing here in Ireland, and I think in most parts of the world except the United States, where they've, according to the CEO, are focusing their business, if I remember correctly, but I think I do. So, and it's kind of sad, like going in now. Of course you can think like, oh look, they have such great deals now with the 30% off PlayStation and 40% off Xbox stuff. Jesus Christ, I need to get myself a phone holder today, I think, because I need to run some errands later. But like I worked a few years at GameStop in Germany in a what you call a 400 euro position. So you make 400 euros a month, so you only work like a few hours each week. I generally work longer because I just loved the work there, you know. And that was when I really realized that when people say if you love what you work, then you don't feel like you're working. And that was the case there, like chatting to people about video games, coming in, nerding out with people that know about video games, trying to educate people who don't really know about video games, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Like, I remember my first day, or basically it was like a trial day that some places do, where they invite you in and see if you could do the job, and they invite you into work for a few hours. And there was this older lady came in, I think in her 50s or so. And I know I'm almost 40, but still she was older, a lot older than back then. She'd probably be a lot older now too, but you get my point. And she came in and said, oh, she's looking for a game for her grandkid. She doesn't like, you know, violent games and all that stuff, and which I totally agree with. If you're not the age that it says on the box, then you're not playing it. That's how I keep it in my household too. The good thing is that I'm a massive nerd and know about this stuff, so my kids will never be able to pull a fast one on me. And I don't accept, but all the other kids are playing GTA and blowing up people's faces. It doesn't work that way, but you know what I mean. All the blah blah that they do. But back to my point. She came in and said that she was looking for that, and it was around that time where the Nintendo DS was huge, and I think it might have been the first Professor Layton on Nintendo DS or the second one. Can't fully remember. One of or the other. Sorry. One or the other. So I said, that those games are great. They are like Sherlock Holmes stories for kids. That it's full of puzzles and secrets to find, and that they probably would enjoy trying to solve all the little puzzles. Because you could draw and write and whatever mark stuff on the touchscreen at the bottom. So she was happy and she bought it, and that was, I think, within the first 10 minutes of me starting my work day, and the manager goes in the back and gets me the contract and makes me sign it. Says, you're hired, you're staying. So that probably was one of the greatest professional days in my life, I think. Just the way that he showed that he had full commitment to his job, but also he saw my skills and my potential in all of that. That's probably something that a lot more CEOs and managers and supervisors and all of that should show, that they trust in your abilities. And you know what, you're a human being, you're gonna make mistakes, and sometimes there will be more to do in your job and sometimes there will be less to do in a job, but that's no reason to be in any way, shape or form negative towards your employees, because what you really need to remember when you're in that kind of a leadership position, and I totally agree with Gary Vaynerchuk and so many others, that a manager doesn't have people working for them. The manager works for his employees and the people that are in the hierarchy below them. So the manager works for the employees, not the employees for the manager. And I think a lot of managers forget that because they, feel the power in a way. I'm assuming that they basically, but they seem to forget that at some point in their life they were in this position, and it sucked a lot when someone would just play with your livelihood and all of that stuff. So then just to get back to it, because I'm about to hit the place where I have bad reception. I loved working at GameStop. It really makes me sad to see the company go. I know it's multi-billion-dollar company, multi-million-dollar company and all that stuff, but it's the people, it's the atmosphere, it's what to me, at least in my life, GameStop brought. And to be honest, GameStop only brought positive stuff to my life. So if you have a local one, and I know it's to support your local businesses and all that stuff, but it's more so support the people that work in your GameStop. So if they have a kick-ass last month, they might be setting up already that way for a new position where they can say, hey, we were closing down. Yeah, we had sales going on, but actually it went far beyond what we could have imagined when it came to the support of the local community. So why don't you go there and buy yourself some games, some merch. And thank you everyone for listening to my Steve talk, my dad talk. Once I make the next turn, I will end the live, because then I will get into that region that I said where I have really bad reception and it doesn't make sense to stream. So thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you again either later or tomorrow. Bye bye.